You can take Clint and you can take that motherfucking drink with you. I got your company. Goodbye, baby.
What the fuck happened? What the fuck happened? You can't tell my story. What happened, Eve? You can't tell me. What happened? Why? You can handle your job. Bitch. Oh. You can have Clint and take that motherfucking drink with you.
I got your company. Goodbye, baby.
Who's a little whore, bro? You fucking asshole. Let me tell you something. The code of friendship states, if he was selling my man, he's off limits to you. Fallon, learn how to be a fucking friend. He told me the marriage was over. And even if he did, it doesn't matter. I'm your friend. And you get those information from me, not him. A man just trying to fuck. That's why I'm apologizing. I don't want it. You cannot forgive me. We've been friends forever. You can take your tears and you can save them for Broadway. I hear King is casting, bitch. Get the fuck out of my face.
Go ahead.
Please, Fallon, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Really? Please. That's what I you.
Go ahead.
Shut the fuck up.
Go.
Your thirsty, nasty ass. This is what you do. You let all that cocaine cloud your judgment, honey. And you didn't know a good friend from a hole in the wall.
Go.
And now he don't give a fuck about you.
Go ahead.
Now I was including you also. Oh, really? You want? What? No, I slept with your no good ass husband. That's so now you're turning me out. I apologize to you. I'm not forgiving you. And just so we're not I kept all your secrets. Let him all your fucking secrets. Shut up, bitch. You wear the string.
Oh, damn.
What happened when she was 14?
14 years old.
What happened?
Tell him, because I still got your company, honey.
What happened to you when you was 14, Fallon?
I had a baby. Oh, so you didn't tell your husband? Why should I? You didn't tell your husband? Oh, Miss.
Wait, what happened?
Oh, Miss Flawless. Miss Flawless didn't tell her husband? You didn't tell your husband?
You had a fucking baby when you was 14?
At 14 years old, I had a baby. My parents drugged me and took the baby away. What the fuck happened? What the fuck happened? You can't tell my story.
What happened, Eve?
You can't tell me.
What happened?
Try me. Why? Try me. You can handle your job.
Ooh, damn. Go, Fallon. This is an honor to do this review off of one of my favorite web series. Now, guys, just to let you all know, this is LGBT. This is an LGBT web series, but guys, it's a web series that I found very, very interesting. I've been watching ever since last year, guys. I've been keeping up with this web series for a while. And guys, it had got to the point where it got better and better every episode. It's called Triangle. And guys, I would just love to shout out Caesar and Carlos, because they are amazing writers and directors, and Kenyon L. Bryan, who is also the co-director of the show. I want to give them three a shout out because they've written an amazing storyline, guys. And let me just tell you this. This web series has so many twists and turns. It'll just make you fall in love with it. I love it. I would love to see this I would love to see a movie, a book. Guys, I'm telling you, Caesar, Carlos, I would love for you guys to make a book off this web series, because I mean it just kind of reminded me of the Sister Soldier. It just had a lot of the Zane. It's better than Zane, guys, to be honest with you. I mean, don't get me wrong, I do love the movie Addicted and all them other movies, but guys, this show it even had a little Empire in it. And let me just get into this. I've been wanting to do a review off this for a while. I didn't know the right time to do it. Shout out to the K2 Spot for doing a review off this before I did. He did it in between the middle of the series. Guys, I wanted to do it because today is the finale and I seen it. I'm just so amazed. Before I get into everything that's happening in the later episodes, guys, I just want to get into the beginning of how the storyline is. It started from two gay couples, and it led it into a triangle. Okay, it started from Brandon Jones, who is also played by Dominique Smith, and it started with Jabril Anderson /Jabril Anderson Davenport, who was also Kenyon L. O'Brien, one of the other producers of the show, guys. They're one of the co-writers of this show. Let me say, it started from them. Then it ended off with Derrick Harrison, Emery, played by Emery Johnson. Guys, it started way off between those two. It started off between them two, but then when it started between them two, okay, it got crazy. Derrick's friend Ashton Banks found out about Jabril was with somebody else, and they all came to the realization that Jabril and Brandon had been together for 3 years, and the situation just got ugly. Okay, Jabril was telling him that he loved him and was sleeping with Brandon, who was also his roommate at the time. At that time, this was the Jabril Anderson before Jabril Anderson Davenport, guys. Let me just tell y'all. Let me just tell y'all the storyline I've been following. I've been watching every episode non-stop. I've been knowing all the lines to the script. Guys, it's good as hell. Okay, it just get to a crazy little triangle between that. Then this is where we get into Fallon Davenport, who is played by Christina Porter. Guys, let me take a moment of silence.
Turn to the
What
last
is
page.
this? What is all this?
Turn to the last page,
Fallon,
Clint.
you had me followed. Like, what is
Yes, I had you followed. I told you I don't trust anybody. And never in my wildest dreams I thought I wouldn't be able to trust my husband. You're kissing him.
Fallon.
Why? Or fuck you kissing him? Clint, you're fucking him. When were you gonna tell me that you were gay?
I'm not.
You're not gay?
I'm not.
What do you call it?
I'm not.
What do you call it?
Not.
What the fuck do you call it?
Fallon, calm
This is
down.
my life.
Baby.
I'm not your fucking baby, Clint. What are you doing? What the fuck are you doing?
I don't even know what to say.
I fucking hate you. I hate you. I fucking hate you.
Go ahead. Go.
Just get the fuck out. Get out. Get out. Don't come fucking back.
But before we get into Fallon Davenport, I gotta finish telling you guys a little bit more about the storyline. Okay, it starts from love triangles, but it's not just about love. Okay, it's got a little bit about business. And it's just so many triangles that come in between the business on this show. Let me tell y'all something. Davenport Industries. Before we get into the real good shit about this show, I gotta finish telling y'all about the people I'm part of. So then you had this salon owner. You got this person who got this headquarters outside of Atlantic City, New Jersey. Okay. The town is very, very short. Everybody knows who everybody is, okay, a little later on, okay, allegedly. So then you got Mason, you have Ronnie, okay, Mason, who is played by Jason Bowman. Guys, Mason is hilarious, okay, he's one of the shade throwers on the show, okay, he's one of my favorite characters. Alright, and then this is where we get into Ronnie, okay, Miss Rhonda Richardson, honey, played by Kennedy Lee. Guys, this is the good shit. Then this is where we get into Brandon. Okay, so Brandon, and then later on, this is when we get into Kiko, okay? Also played by Kiko Williams, so she's playing herself. Okay, guys, she's also transgender, okay? But, you know, hey, you know, live and let live. You know, I love everyone on this cast. Everyone is so nice. I talked to them recently on Facebook, especially my girl, Christina Porter. She said to me that I'm a true follower. You're goddamn right. I'm going to tell y'all something about Fallon Davenport. She was the most outstanding actress on this show. And that's no shade to the other actors and actresses, because they all acted their ass off on the show. But Fallon showed up with great personality, a great attitude, a great sassy attitude that just make you fall in love with her. She don't take no shit from anybody. And I love a woman with power. Okay, so Fallon brought the icing on the fucking cake with this show. Okay, Fallon was just my fave out of everyone. Okay, I loved everyone, but Fallon was she gets the A++, because every episode when Fallon first came on the show, before it got to the messy shit with Derrick and Jabril and Brandon and Rob. Okay, Rob is also the odd one in the game because he is Brandon's best friend. Well, was Brandon's best friend, but you know, Rob got into some shit. You know, it got to the love triangle between the person who Jabril was sneaking around with for a whole year. And y'all, it's just so many. It turned into an octagon instead of a triangle. But guys, everybody on this show had a triangle. Okay, and this is what's so good about the show. So then this is where we get into the story of Rhonda Richardson. Rhonda Richardson was the owner of a salon, or up probably the east side of New Jersey. I'm not sure if they were in New Jersey or New York, but they were in some part of New Jersey, I believe. So she was the owner. So she was in debt. So she needed help. Mind you, she was in debt, and Mason knew a little bit about it because Mason was also the co-owner of the store. So she led everything. She told Mason everything. Her and Mason were like best friends. Okay, so Ronnie owed money, okay? She didn't have enough money to pay for the shop. She was in debt, and she went to little old Miss Fallon Davenport. Now, when I tell you this, when she didn't have no money, it was almost close to the point where her enemy and her significant other, okay, the person who was after her from day one, Victor. Guys, we're not going to get into Victor, who was played by none other than... Give me a minute. Jim Hinkle. Okay, I think I said his name right. Jim Hinkle. Okay, Victor was the most, oh my God, I just can't describe his character. He was the most shadiest, he was very, very intimidating. He had some scary moments on this show. It would just make your mind drop. Like, what? He was the most crazy, delusional one on this show, but I loved his character. But he was in so many triangles between Davenport Industries, honey. Okay, he went through so much. Okay, he not only did Rhonda Richardson have to owe him money, but he dealt with Fallon Davenport and Fallon's significant other husband, who is the most grimiest, evil, backstabbing bastards on this web series, guys. I'm not going to even get into you, but guys, I just love this storyline so much. Oh my God. Moment of silence.